Folks, lately I have been hearing a lot of comments, chitter chatter on the various mediums of the interwebs. Social media like Twitter, Discord, and all that fun stuff. People have been issuing sort of the similar sentiment that Global Dokkan is dry. The celebration is dry. Initially, I got very defensive and I was very much opposed to people saying that because I always like to subscribe to the belief that if you want to make more fun out of the game, you'll do it. You'll reinvent the game. You'll run different teams. You'll run different circumstances. You'll give yourself more challenging conditions to overcome some of the more difficult events. But you know what? That whole gimmick sort of takes you only so far. And I need to talk about what you guys could possibly do to keep yourselves occupied during the 7-year anniversary, because honestly, that advice just simply isn't enough. Even though this is a gacha game, a collector gacha, where you can amass as many units as you possibly can, sometimes it's just not enough. Sometimes putting together teams with various combinations or permutations just simply isn't enough to cure that itch to play Dokkan in a different way. There's only so, for example, there's only so much quest mode you can do in a given day. Even myself, when I first started playing this game, I played it constantly, but it wasn't because I was just doing quest mode constantly. I was doing story events. I was doing other things, keeping the game fresh in the sense that I was running different events, taking on different challenges. I wasn't changing up my teams because at the time I couldn't do it, but the main source of enjoyment came from the fact that I had a variety of different events to do. After a certain point, it's 7 years now into the game, after a certain point, running all the different events may not necessarily be enough for some of you. So let's go over some things that you guys can do right now to prepare or keep yourselves occupied for upcoming content in Dokkan Battle, not just during the 7-year, but in the future. So other than the whole, restructuring your teams, randomizers, and all that good stuff, there are two major things that I want to talk about today. Number one is going to be the Extreme Z All-Star event. A lot of people might be forgetting about this, but this is going to be the marquee event that's going to be dropping towards the tail end of the 7-year anniversary. This is going to be dropping during part 3. It's funny though that it doesn't even show it in the list of events, but it released March 9th for JP, which is like right at the end of the 7-year. But in the Dragonstone's breakdown, it's still counted as part EX. So yeah, I don't know. You want to call this as part of the 7-year or maybe afterwards. Regardless, it's going to be a monumental event that's going to be taking a ton of your time. Why? Because you're running through 1,000 stages. These are just simply stage after stage after stage, fighting the same enemy. And even that could honestly get pretty boring. But the main thing that I want to say here is look at all the different categories. I did a whole video breaking this down, but we have so many different categories. I believe we have 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 13, no, 15, 14, 19. Yeah. We have 19 categories here. So what I'm trying to say is, folks, as you progress through this event, it's going to get tougher and tougher and tougher. And ultimately, when you reach, I believe Realm of Gods was the threshold where things get significantly more difficult. Once you reach these final few stages, it's going to be even tougher, where the categories matter, the typings matter. So what you can do between now and the next piece of content dropping is to prepare your various teams for this event alone. This will take you you'll not get this done in one sitting. It's not going to happen. It's not going to even happen in a day or 2 days or 3 days. This is going to take you some time because 1,000 stages is no joke. The challenge is mainly going to be in the matchups towards the end, but early on, it's just a cakewalk. Stone after stone being given to you, hidden potential orbs being given to you. It's a very rewarding and satisfying feeling. But then as you progress, depending on your skill level or your experience level, you might find that the threshold amps up maybe at Otherworld Warriors, or perhaps it amps up at Pure Saiyans. But a lot of the veteran players that I spoke to said that it amps up at Realm of Gods. So put together your Realm of Gods teams. Take a look at the units that you're going to see. I can tell you safely, every single type will be covered. So this is not going to be a matter of putting together one type of a team on one category. You got to be more diverse than that. And you got to be ready to make some adjustments if things don't work out for you. So the more team options that you have, the more units that you have for these various categories, the better off you'll be. And this will take plenty of time for you guys to put together if you don't have it. Defender of Justice is among one of the tougher categories to assemble. If you don't have Universe 11 or maybe Videl, it might be a little bit tougher for you. So for that reason alone, you got to check out the Dokkan Wiki. You got to check out these categories and put together teams that you possibly can with the units that you have available so that you can be ready to take on this gargantuan event and earn almost 300 stones. Not only that, folks, not only 300 stones, you can also earn a ton of hidden potential orbs, a ton of actual Hercule statues, a ton of training items, a bunch of Kais that can basically, this gets you what, 30 units for free? Because SA 9 times 3, yeah, no, sorry, not 30, 15 free SA 10 TURs right here from all these Elder Kais or Grand Kais, and then 3 Elder Kais. So all of this stuff will keep you very, very busy. If that's not enough for you, maybe perhaps you're already done with all of this and you already have all the teams that you need, you don't even care about it, then think even further ahead. This event right here, I think, is going to be a very big game changer for global Dokkan. Now, this is the focal point of a lot of controversy in Dokkan, which we will talk about as this approaches on global. But this event is actually a paywalled or pay-gated event, and this is known as the Supreme Kai's Sublime Guidance. What this does is when you run through this event, every single link that could possibly level up will be leveled up, guaranteed. Which means if you bring a full team of only level 9 link units, then every single one of their links will hit level 10 at the end of this event. And this event is a cakewalk. This is just like the Turtle School training event. No challenge, no time, nothing. It is very easy. Now, the thing about this, though, is that it is purchasable only through a monthly pack. So there's the controversy. A lot of people were very upset by this. You know, in my opinion, I don't particularly care, but again, we'll talk about this as this approaches. This purple key, or I like to call it as the Toon key, can only be available when purchasing that monthly pack. So basically, once per month, you can take, I believe it's 3 different teams into the event and get guaranteed link level ups. So this substantially alleviates the burden of having to get every single unit's link level to the max. I can't tell you how many times I have had to run through the same stage just to get one pesky link to hit level 10. That is quite unfortunate and very annoying. In fact, I've got a couple of these right now, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this Tech Piccolo has been here for an obscene amount of time, and that's relative to me and what I do in terms of link leveling. So what am I doing now? What can you do to prepare for this, folks? This is what you do. If you are the type to link level, then take a look at this. Right here, I've got Bio Broly. He's got 5 level 9 links and 1 level 7 link. Now, I could roll the dice and throw this unit back into my link leveling team and try to get that 7 up to a level 9, but it's all RNG, as we know, and it could very well end up happening that a couple of these hit link level 10 before I can get this level 7 up to a level 8 or a 9, and trust me, it's happened to me countless times. What I'm now starting to do is when I come across a unit that is built like this, where there's maybe 1 or 2 links off from having a full level 9 slate, I'm going to stop running that unit, put that on this special team, and I'm going to put together 3 teams so that I can run through those 3 events every single month. So the more of these level 9 units that you can stockpile, the better off you'll be. And since you're a global player, you have plenty of time. This released just a couple days ago, or actually about 2 weeks ago on JP. This will only be releasing on global towards the end of the year during the holiday season. So you guys have plenty of time to get this done. So these are 2 major ideas that I have for keeping myself occupied. Hopefully you guys can do the same. Of course, if none of these apply to you, if you don't really care about link leveling, if you don't particularly care about this event, maybe because you have all the categories already taken care of, then you obviously know that what you can do. There's obviously other games out there. There's other things that you can do, but these are just some of the more unorthodox ideas that I had and I wanted to share with you guys. So hopefully you guys are able to appreciate and maybe even use it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments your thoughts on the state of global Dokkan. Do you agree that it is dry? Do you agree that the way that the system is set up for units to be increasingly awakened throughout the celebration might not be exactly the best? Let me know your guys' thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. And what are you doing to keep yourselves occupied if you are a veteran player? If you're a new player, we already know. But if you're a veteran player, what are you doing? Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.